Thanks for joining us today. My name is William White with Ardex Tile and Stone Installation Systems. Today, we're going to be talking about some tips and tricks for using silicone sealant. So, where and why do we use silicone? This is outlined in the TCNA handbook under section EJ171. That simply stated says that a flexible sealant must be used at changes of plane and at movement joints, and that should be made of silicone, urethane sealant, or a polysulfide sealant. So what are we really talking about? Basically, that's going to be a wall-to-wall connection. We're not going to grout those. We actually want to have a flexible sealant that allows for a little bit of movement, and our wall-to-floor. So our silicone sealant is going to be used in conjunction with our grout. Ardex SX silicone is available in 35 colors plus clear. A little bit about our tube. Some advantages that we have here. Every tube is going to come with a cap, and every tube unscrews so that you can clean this out. Another advantage is the hole is already in our tube so that you don't end up cutting too much off, because the first rule of silicone is don't get silicone where you don't want silicone. So what we have here are some of the tools that can be used for cleaning up the silicone once it's been applied. Now there are several different methods for cleaning up silicone, everything from a liquid dishwashing detergent that's added to some water to denatured alcohol. My personal favorite is an aerosol glass cleaner. Now it has to be the aerosol kind of glass cleaner, and that'll be helpful to make sure that it keeps your hands clean as well as your tools clean. So the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and apply silicone down our joint. Now please keep in mind that the first rule of silicone is to not get silicone where you don't want silicone. So that's where having the tip already pre-cut, make sure that we apply just the right amount of material in our joint. Now remember, first rule of silicone is, don't get silicone where you don't want silicone. Now when we go to clean up, we're simply going to spray down the surface. We're going to spray down our tools. And you can see it wipes off nice and clean. Now the caulking tool here is also very helpful. As you can see, that comes nice and clean. The spoon cleans that up very nicely as well. Now you may be wondering why I have a caulking tube here. So the silicone tube itself can actually be used in a pinch, and it just picks up all, use an old one, and it picks up all the excess silicone right there in the tube for you. Now, remember I said don't get silicone where you don't want to get silicone. So the nice thing is I can simply just wipe away that silicone. If you have to do any touch-up, just make sure you get plenty of the glass cleaner on your finger. Now here we have a small defect in our joint, so we can simply spray our hand down, which will allow us to tool that out. Now this residual glass cleaner here, it'll evaporate away, and our grout joints will be perfect when they're dry. So here we are with a typical 3-wall intersection like you would find in a shower or so forth. The first thing we want to do is make sure that our joints are nice and clear. Next, we're going to apply our silicone. Now, one little tip, you'll see how I have a small hole there. You want to be sure to not leave any voids. And it looks like I have a couple, so we're just going to go back and apply a little bit extra here. Now again with our glass cleaner, apply lots of glass cleaner, and with our silicone tool, go ahead and get it covered with glass cleaner. Now if you have to go in and do any touch up like on this inside corner, what I recommend doing is just getting glass cleaner on your finger. And there we have a beautiful installation. Again, this glass cleaner will simply just evaporate away. Thank you for joining us today. Hopefully you found those tips and tricks helpful for applying silicone sealant. If you would like to be connected with your local Ardex Tile and Stone sales professional, please feel free to reach out to us at 888-512-7339 or at ardexamericas.com.